feeling good? You ready? You ready?
Yes.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
You're ready. Hey, Mayday! Wait, come on. They caught me talking to you. Mayday, how you doing? Bobby Dirkens here with a special guest host. Yes, the Lord has smiled upon you all. Bobby Dirkens Jr. is joining me for the very first co-hosted show. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm excited. Last time I was this excited was when I found out they had cheese 2 for $1 at the grocery store. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. So listen to me. If you're new here, welcome. Normally we talk about Clemson football. We're talking about everything. I'm seeing people join me. Clemson Carson May there too. You got 5 of you in here, 6 of you. Lord, I feel like I'm auctioning. I got 6 in the corner. I got 5 over here. I got 7. Do I get 7? Do I get 8? I got 8! Thank you so much for joining us. Here's something that's really, really cool. Bobby Dirkens Jr. is right here. He is right here.
Right here.
He's got his iPad, and you can chat with him. Now, of course, I'm watching, so if there's any of you perverts out there running around with an Econoline van all bondoed up with OSB in the window, got naked Barbies with their hair colored and chopped off. I don't know why they do that. Trying to get puppies. Yeah, we're not going to have it. But I got my boy on here. He's going to be watching the race with us. So thank y'all for joining me. Coastal's in here. Got Giggled in here. Good to see all of you. I got my computer over here so I look like I'm on this big-time news. So how big is it that today that not only do we get racing, but how ironic that it's in the state of South Carolina. It's in Darlington. Now, y'all know me. I try not to get all political, but thank God this race wasn't in California because we would not be having a race. It's awesome. Yes, Clemson Carson.
It has.
It really has. It really has.
Really has.
Clemson Carson said quarantine's got to his hair. It did. Me, until a couple of weeks ago, looked like I was part of Duck Dynasty. I was out here trying to make duck calls and stuff and everything. But it's a big deal. Races in Darlington. It's really good to see sports back. Now, y'all know my favorite sports, these guys. I'm very, 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 very anxious to see college football roll back around. I'm telling you, I am so happy. I want to give you, for some of you NASCAR fans who's joining, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to see what Clemson Carson thinks about this. I was talking to my father-in-law, and he made this statement, and I wholeheartedly agree. This is a prime opportunity for NASCAR to get fans to watch who normally would have never watched. Do I get an amen? And I'm serious.
Amen.
This is, you're not getting it. Good job. I'm not giving you more allowance. I know the strings attached to that one. This is a chance for NASCAR to grow. This is a chance for people who never watch us to watch. This is it. Normally there'd be other sports going on, or because things like it's going on with this whole pandemic thing's going on. People are open to watch something just to get their mind off of it. So the question is, will these drivers be able to open up, get aggressive, put on a good show, and make people want to tune in next week? That is a really, really big question. I don't care who your favorite driver is. I don't care if you pull for nobody or you pull for 2 or 3. I am just telling you, this is a chance for them to open up. Look, and I get it. There's reasons why they try to back off and not wreck these cars and ding them up and this, that, and the other. And I get it. I get it. And I understand that they're running 500 miles per hour out there. I know they're not running 500 miles per hour out there, but you get what I'm saying. But you've got to be aggressive. People want to see that. All right? That's why when all this hitting and stuff, it started, throwing flags in the NFL and in college and even in high school ball, they're throwing flags. They're ejecting people. for hitting people too hard, or I can't believe this. Listen, I'm not for illegal hits. I am not for illegal hits. I'm not against these dirty blows. But I'm going to tell you, I think that some of this stuff where they're saying, oh, they're a defenseless player. The day they strapped on a helmet and they put on pads, they knew exactly what could happen to them. So I'm happy for safety, but when, I don't know, something stupid happens like you start quarantining people who ain't even sick and wrecking the government just for the heck of it, just to be extra safe, I'm not for that crap. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have went off dialogue there. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, it is so good to have people. Everybody's starting to join me. Tristan Johnson's in here. Good to see you, Tristan. I tell you that I'm really, really excited about this. I'm getting over here on my pewter, going to see what's going on. Any questions for us? We got Bobby Dirkens Jr. here. He is my co-host for the day. I semi-trust him. If you want to chat with Bobby Dirkens Jr., you go right ahead.
I'm trying to get this fixed right now.
It's not working.
I don't know. No, it's not.
Something's wrong. It's a CIA.
They found me.
Also, if you would like to ask any questions during this, by all means, ask away. Boxer briefs. I knew that was coming. Thank y'all for joining me right now. I sure do appreciate. Did you break wind?
No. I thought you did.
Anybody on okay, so it's according where you're at. I know every state has their own little rule, and hey, I think that's good. That's how government was set up. And don't worry, I ain't going political. Only people who gets upset is when they think I'm putting down on them because their state's still shut down and everybody's losing their job and everything they got. But those are the only people who get mad at me. But right now, if you could go anywhere, if you could do anything, what would, he finally got the chat working over here, what would you want to do? Where would you want to go? Y'all go ahead and y'all answer that. I'd like to say it. Bobby Dirkens Jr. says May there in here, so anybody who wants to talk to us, you say there. TJ Lee is in here. Let me tell you, you know TJ Lee. You know TJ Lee. He's lying. He don't know you. There, TJ Lee. Teddy Daddy and them, I said, hey, I've known TJ. I known TJ to where if he tried to headbutt his daddy, he'd punch his daddy in the crotch. I mean, he was that short. He was that young. I've known him a long time. I mean, that's how long I've known him. He was a young man. TJ Lee, I'm glad you're in here. Glad everybody's doing good. But I'll tell you right now where I am dying to get. Now, of course, Clemson football season. I'm dying to see the season. I'm dying to see a kickoff. Y'all go ahead and know the state of California ain't playing football. They're not going to open that thing up until nobody gets mad anymore. Okay? I heard that one of the stipulations for the state of California reopening is that they will not reopen until there is a vaccination for anger. And until then, everybody can riot. That's what I heard. If I could get, that's right, TJ, never. They're never opening up. So I tell you where I'm not talking about Clemson football season. Of course I want to see Clemson football season. I'll tell you somewhere I'd like to go right now. Myrtle Beach. Dirty Myrtle. I know that out on the south end somebody gets shot every other day. I know that there are some sketchy 1980s looking places down there. But I love it. I can't help it. It calls to me like a whisper in the wind. Bobby, come over here and drink with me. I hear it. Where'd you like to go?
I would like to go to Cherokee.
He wants to go to Cherokee. He's a gambler. He's a high roller. Robert Summers says, Bobby, you ever seen a NASCAR race before? Yes. How about you, sir? Robert Summers in here. I don't think I've ever talked to Robert Summers. Robert Summers, you make yourself at home. I mean, as long as you don't touch my wife's rear end, you're welcome here. You're welcome here. You kick your feet up. It's good to see you, Robert. May there to you. It's good to see you. Clemson Carson said, there's nothing better than watching cars go in circles for 3 hours. At least they ain't going to make a wrong turn. I mean, if they do, it would be really, really bad. Spencer Trebo. I hope I'm saying that right. Trebo. Is that right? Said, what's up, Spencer? You welcome here, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, you wanted to go this, all right. Robert Summers says, Bobby, I'm a UNC football fan. Tell you, y'all got a good, I tell you, Mac Brown, a lot of people made fun of y'all for hiring him. I heard one North Carolina fan who said, you know, did we just hire him because he washed up on the beach? I actually heard, I'm serious, I heard them say that. I'm not doing that to be funny. That is funny to say that. And I'm sitting there and go like, and no offense, this is not trash talk against North Carolina. I'm surprised how far down North Carolina has went, okay? But I can tell you that nobody was beating down the doors to get into North Carolina and coach. It's good to bring back somebody from the past when they have been relevant at other schools. He won a national championship at Texas, all right? Texas has not been worth a piss since he left. Texas thought they were missing out because Mac Brown's washed up, and we see that's not the truth. We see what Texas is right now. But I think it was a good hire. Y'all have, I think you got some bright days. I think this coming season is going to be, I mean, you almost wrecked our season. You almost did it. You got the ability. That Howell kid, I think he's talented, and I think North Carolina football is definitely on the up and up. Recruiting's looking really good. I wouldn't be surprised if Mac has somebody in there he really trusts and believes he's looking to turn the thing over to in 4 or 5 years. I wouldn't be surprised about that. It would be a good move if he did, because he's in his early 70s, but he can still coach football. I mean, Bill Snyder proved that. I mean, look at Bill Snyder. Go up in your door for your mom and them and turn that siren off. We have to keep siren on because Bobby Dirkens Jr. It's like letting a bobcat loose on cocaine. Question, do I think Clemson will win it all this year? Not because I'm a fan, but because of the talent they're returning. Absolutely. Absolutely. They have the talent there. We were all surprised when ETN came back. Lynn J. Dixon could have definitely been the starting guy, especially you got Ches Malusi, you got DeMarcus Bowman coming in. You have the talent there, okay? You have Justin Ross back. You have Amari Rogers. You have Ngata. You have these talented players. The thing that I would throw out there is will we be able to protect Trevor as much as we could, because we lost a lot on the line. I think we will, enough to be able to, by the time we get into the playoffs, we can play. Yeah, Braden Galloway definitely is going to be an impact Clemson Carson, so I'm very, very proud of that. I think they will definitely do well. The defensive line is going to be stacked full of monsters, all the way to Brisset, all the way to, I mean, it's crazy. Miles Murphy, it's going to be nuts. Losing Isaiah Simmons, you don't replace Isaiah Simmons. There's players you don't replace them. You don't. Giggled, you're right. Michael Dukes. Michael Dukes is one of those guys who could come out, and I wouldn't even be surprised if he switched positions or something. I got 17 people in here, only 2 thumbs up. Y'all, am I doing that bad? Lord Hitchy, thumbs up. Right now, getting back to the race real quick, they have a drone going over Darlington Raceway. It's beautiful. It's wonderful there. They got Jeff Gordon. He's sitting there grinning. TJ Lee says he's driving. You're right. James Skowski reminds me a lot of Ben Boulware, but I think he is, understand what I'm saying, he's a freak, but he's a little more leveled on the field. There's some people who may not understand that, what I mean by that. And I'll try to explain it. Boulware could be so fired up sometimes you were afraid they were going to be tossing flags on him. You know, keep playing after the whistle. Skowski is not that guy. Before the whistle blows, he's a headhunter. He's smart. He knows how to play the field. But they are a lot alike. You're right, 100%. They're a lot alike. Bobby Dirkens Jr., where'd you go, son? I asked you to go unlock the door and not go rotate the tires. Dear Jesus, help us. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see her on screen, but my lovely peach and bride, the reason I suck wind every morning and pee straight in the toilet because it makes her really mad when I get it around the toilet seat. She is here. Bonnie Dirkens is in the living room. She's out of sight. Everybody say hey to Bonnie. You can't see her. People are saying hey with their hearts, honey. Tyler Jackson's in here. May there to you. May there to you. It's good to see all of you. Everybody saying hey, Bonnie. Bonnie says hey. She just gave me the middle finger, but Bonnie says hey. Bobby Dirkens Jr.'s over here. He's got M&M's, a staple in a 13-year-old's diet. So read some of the comments on here, son. Read some of the comments on here.
Okay. No.
Go through. Now, some of them we've already addressed. That's fine. I want to hear his take on it. While he's doing that, I'm going to get over here and I'm going to get my lottery tickets ready for Wednesday. I didn't win last night. Go ahead and keep saying hey. I've already got a thumbs down, which means great things for me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give myself another thumbs down.
I gave you a thumbs up.
That's cheating, but I'll take it. I just gave myself a thumbs down, y'all. Good to see all of you in here. Hope y'all were doing good. So go ahead, go through and talk to the people. Okay. You can answer it. You didn't know. Don't tap it on there. Answer it verbally. Open your mouth. There's Luke Jones. Hey, Luke. Good to see you, Luke. So answer the questions on here. TJ Lee, you got your guitar handy. See, you're supposed to be answering that question.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we did. Would you go get my acoustic? Now, listen. Burglars don't listen to this. So when you go in their room, you have them 2 accordion doors.
Wait, we have accordion doors? I didn't know this.
Why are you laughing?
I didn't know we had accordion doors.
Somebody tickling your feet? Son, why are you laughing? This is a serious matter. TJ Lee wants to hear me play guitar. In fact, the masses want to hear me play guitar, and I'm sitting here trying to tell you how to get to it because you're going to come down here and go, I can't find it. I am trying to tell you. So sit down here. They can just see your lower midsection. I don't want that. That's weird. That's not the type of show we got here. You open them doors. There's the Telecaster. Like if you're handling a newborn baby, you set it to the side. May there, Matt Dukes. And you open up the case, get the acoustic out of it. Over on the desk, I don't know why he's laughing. I'm getting angry. Get the tuner, because Bobby Dirkens does not play in tune. I will not stand for out of tune play. Get the tuner, and then get me a pick off of there.
You want a pick and a tuner?
School system is failing us by leaps and bounds. All right?
Can I drop out of school because they're failing me?
No. Go ahead. Tristan Johnson's in here, May there. Luke Joel says NASCAR's going to have its highest ratings in years, and that's what I was talking about. And I don't know, Luke, if you heard me talking about this earlier. This is a big opportunity for NASCAR. All right, this is a massive opportunity for them to grow a fan base because their last race was back in like the first week of March or something like that. You know, I mean it people did not care. And listen to me, if you're a NASCAR fan and you're watching me and you don't know who I am and you get ticked off at what I'm about to say, I'm sorry. It's just the truth. People were not paying attention to NASCAR unless you grew up watching NASCAR, or maybe you got into it, but you're one of the few. This is an opportunity for them to grow their fan base like never before. People who would never give a flying flip about a bunch of guys going really fast. I'm not saying they don't have talent. I'm not saying it's not difficult. It's very difficult. But I am saying when, like you're right, Luke, I'm sorry. I went hair lip there for you are right. When Dale Earnhardt died, it started to take a dip. Because one of the, even though it's funny to say, one of the real OGs of racing is gone. Matt Duke says, I've never given a crap about NASCAR, and I'm about to check it out today. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is a big deal for them. So, that stadium may have nobody in it. That raceway may have nobody in it but the people who has to be there today. But I am telling you, as sure as I'm 5'9" and country as piss, this is their opportunity. Don't blow it away. I mean, it just is what it is.
Your car is ready.
Thank you. I want to tune it real quick. Bobby Jr., get on there and read them out loud and then answer them out loud. You don't have to type the answer.
All right, well, question.
Sound like a cat being tortured.
That's your job.
Are you going to read the questions and answer them?
I don't see any questions.
Just read stuff that people has asked about or even commented on.
Okay.
And talk. Gaming with Xander says, are you going to stream the race? I would love to, but I ain't got the technology to do it. So forgive me if you thought I was going to be able to let you see the race on here. I didn't mean to misrepresent. I was just going to talk about it through it. It's really, really funny to see these guys with masks on. First of all, they all look like they're doctors. Giggled says, do you like PBR? If it's the only thing to drink, Lord, yeah. Better than nothing, ain't it? Luke Joel says, think we're going to have a CFB season.
No, we don't wear a mask while driving.
No, we don't wear a mask while driving. These are good questions for you to be asking, and we can answer. So read start from right here. Think we're going to have right there. Luke Joel, start right there.
But you answered that one.
You give your answer too.
Probably, I don't know.
Read it out loud. What did he...
Yes, we go to church.
No, you're doing this wrong. You go right here and go, Luke Joel says, you think we're going to have a CFB season. Well, Luke, and then you go from there. This is what Bobby Dirkens Jr. is doing. Yeah, I think so. Son,
All right.
read the question. Read who it's from. Read the question. Give your opinion. Give it in depth more than I think so.
Google says, do you go to church? Yes, I love church.
That's good.
It's my home away from home.
That's good. That's good. That's more like it. Now read some more questions.
Google also says, do you wear a mask while driving? No. It's just my face.
You don't drive.
I'm about to.
In a year and a half. And that's up for debate. All right.
Do you like how he plays? Tristan Johnson says, do you like how he plays? Who plays?
I think he's talking about how I play.
Oh, he plays phenomenally. If that's a word.
First of all, thank you. Second of all, once again, you will not be getting a raise. Tyler Jackson says, do you see Dabo's TikTok video yesterday? No, but I've heard a bunch of people, there was people who got angry about it, and, you know, so I hadn't watched it, I can't comment on it, but people get mad at Dabo Swinney all the time. He's too happy. He's too exciting. He got on a private plane and flew to another home he owns. He didn't go to a motel. He flew to another place, landed there, went to another home, and stayed there. He's definitely the reason the coronavirus is still going on. You know, it's just stupid. I mean, it's crazy. Clemson Carson says, I'm sorry, but these drivers looks like dorks with these masks. Yeah, if you notice, they're more than 6 feet apart. I mean, really. I mean, look at that guy right there.
He's by himself.
He is by himself. Jimmy Johnson has a mask on, and there's a guy 6 feet away from him. I mean, this is ridiculous. Do I believe it's real? Yes, I believe it's real. But I always ask this question, and people get mad when you say this. What's the mortality rate? And then we stop there. Prince 6'1" says, "What's up, bro?" The Prince is here. Prince 6'1". Now, Bobby, the Prince 6'1", you just joined us. This is the very first show that my boy here is co-hosting with me. Now, you've met Prince 6'1", and you've met Bobby Jr. I'm feeling it. That's good. It's good to see everybody in here. I don't want to get sick again, or else everybody will blame me for why their cat died again. Leave me alone when I'm drinking, 'cause then I'm doing just fine. Don't touch me or my wife. I just wrote that one. When you have the talent to just write stuff off the cuff, it's good. Give me some ideas and I'll write. Y'all give me some ideas. Chart topper right there, Bobby. Do you think Ohio State will play Clemson national championship? I think that Ohio State has a great chance of facing off with Clemson. I think that Clemson has a great chance of facing off with them. I will tell you this. I don't think LSU will be in it. Just going to go ahead and tell you, LSU, what they did to us in the national championship, that was a big deal. That was an absolutely big deal. Dan May's in here. Good to see you, Dan May.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, right. That's good. Dan May's good people. I don't care if he just went and strangled a kitten. He's good people. But Matt Duke says, I have to admit, we got you last year, but let me see. Dadgummit. Read what Matt said.
I have to admit we got you last year, but I have LSU in a rematch with Clemson in the playoffs, and Clemson will clap us.
And Matt, first of all, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Y'all blistered us. You made us look bad. I think the best game that y'all played all last season was against us. It was. It was. That was the best game because I watched y'all all season long. And the thing that I look at with LSU, and I know you recruit well, I know you got, you have the, it was crazy the talent you have, and you know I'm a big Orgeron fan. I like Orgeron. I like Orgeron's story. Think about Southern Cal. They hired somebody else and didn't keep him after he took over. Come on, y'all. I don't see LSU in the playoff this year. Could totally be wrong. I'm not saying that out of bitterness. I'm saying that because they lost so much. Burrow changed everything. Let me tell you this. Burrow, he was making throws to guys who was making catches, and they're both gone. You get what I'm saying? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So could they make a playoffs? You know your team better than I do. But I see how many people you lost. I have a hard time believing that they'll make it back after losing all those major key players. Who knows? Bama, I tell you, I think Bama really, really has. They have a lot. They have a lot they're going to have to figure out. I'm just telling you right now. Luke Joel said Chase and Stingley are the only key players returning. And you're right. Jamar Chase, Derek Stingley Jr., ridiculous athletes. But you've got to look at the team that we returned after winning the national championship with Deshaun Watson. The team that we returned, and we lost Deshaun. All right, we lost Deshaun. We lost Mike Williams, and we lost only a few other players. Returned the majority of the talent. I know a lot of that crazy talent you saw the very next year when we went in and embarrassed Bama. Embarrassed them. Was playing on that team before. What was the difference? A quarterback. There's a quarterback. When you know the guy who is lining up, for some of you who's joining us right now, you're talking football and this and NASCAR. It's pregame. I know I say pregame, pre-race, and they're about to fire up. But I got some questions about Clemson football and LSU. It was a quarterback, and that's the thing with Kelly Bryant. Kelly Bryant left the team. He was angry because he felt he deserved that role because he was there. You do not deserve anything in this life. You don't deserve it. If somebody comes along and they're better than you, are you going to tell the other 84 scholarship players or whatever players on the team, we're not going to be loyal to you, but we're going to be loyal to him? And that's what he expected. So he transfers to Missouri. I'm not saying Kelly's a bad guy. I said from day one, Kelly should have changed positions. Fantastic athlete. He's going to have to go play another position. Think about Darion Kendrick playing at Clemson right now. He was a high school quarterback at one of the top players in the state. And he went to wide receiver. And now he's playing cornerback. Corner, not quarter, cornerback. So that's a big deal. finger styling a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get to this. I know this is about to fire up. A lot of people talking right now. Clemson Carson said no hate on Brennan. No hate on Brennan, but he's no Burrow. He's no Burrow. That is what I'm talking about. We saw Tua last year was supposed to be Tua's year. It was supposed to be his year. Well, Bobby, you got injured. How did he get injured? How did he get injured? He went out there, and people figured out that once you finally got, LSU did it to him. The year that Clemson won the national championship, just a couple of years ago, Clemson beat, or Alabama beat LSU, what, 29-0? Something like that? But LSU was the one who showed everybody that if you start putting, when did he throw his first interceptions? I'm not taking away Tua as a good football player. I'm not taking away from that. He's in the NFL making more money than all of us. Okay? There we go. But when did we learn that he wasn't invincible when he played LSU? In a game that they won 29-0 or something like that. He threw what, 1 or 2 interceptions? That's when guys like Brent Venables started looking at each other going, I think we got him. We got him. We'll bring blitzes from where he's not expecting it, and we will do it, and we will expose him. And then this past season, he got hurt. I did not like that. Although I will tell you, you have to, as a coach, I don't care who the coach is, has to make an executive decision that we're going to protect him. And we're not going to play him against Mississippi State because you didn't have to have him against Mississippi State to beat him. And how did he, and I had people tell me all the time, his ankle had nothing to do with him getting hurt against Mississippi. Really? So you're telling me that if I sprain your ankle right now, you'd run just as fine as you did before the sprained ankle? Let's do this. Let me get a card jack and let's try out that theory. No takers? Nobody raising their hands? I didn't think so. Had everything to do with it, because I've seen him get away from big old guys like that like it was nothing. Once he went down, the team went down. A lot of questions. There's old Bubba Wallace. I like that name right there. I'm telling you, when his mama named him, A knew without a shadow of a doubt he's a race car driver. You got right now, row 11. I'm going to go down this. I got started late. I was sitting here just talking about this. Row 11 got Kurt Busch. You got Ryan Newman. Clemson Carter says Tracy Elliott's his guy. Tristan Johnson wants me to play online.
Right here.
Matt Dukes. Matt Dukes said, read what Matt Dukes said.
I'm a goalkeeper, and I played 75% of this past season with the same injury Tua had. There was an obvious difference.
There was an obvious difference. I had people telling me there was no difference. And to those people, they're probably somewhere in California quarantined and they can't go out to watch sunset without being fined $1,000. It's that type of thinking. That an ankle has nothing to do with your ability if you're a mobile quarterback or whether you're just a tall white stick standing back there throwing the ball. That it has absolutely nothing to do with somebody moving. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. I guess eyeballs has nothing to do with you seeing. Stupidest thing I heard. That's when people has piss for brains. Dan May says Alabama knew they had to play him to run up score to make the playoffs. College football playoff committee loves Alabama. College football, the media loved Alabama. They would have loved to have seen 2 SEC teams in there. Would you put Alabama with 2 in there, even if he was held together by duct tape prayers and more pain pills than the mind can imagine? You tranquilize a horse or something? Wouldn't you like to see them in there much more than Oklahoma? Have Sooner fans, man, they get real pissed off. I love it too. Oh, Oklahoma fans, they get on my channel every year. You don't know what you're talking about. And then they go in, and it's like this little stupid kid who comes in, and he's the one. He's so dumb and stupid that every time he goes to the urinal, he just doesn't simply, stand there and let out what needs to be used to pee. No, he takes his pants, he undoes his belt, and drops them all the way down to his ankles with his white butt showing. That's Oklahoma football. That is. That's Oklahoma football if I've ever seen it. It is absolutely hilarious. Cody says, accurate. It's good to see you, Cody, in here. Good to see a bunch of you in here. Thank y'all for joining me. Very, very different from me. Got Bobby Dirkens Jr., my very quiet co-host, who I thought would be talking more, and he's not. Cody, may there to you, Cody. It's good to see you, buddy.
May there.
All right, get on here and read some of this stuff.
Let's see.
And if it's a question, answer. Even if I've answered, I want you to read who it's from.
Joel says, OU fans get on my nerves. We better not see OU back in playoffs for a while.
What do you think about that?
I'm
taking a break.
I don't want to see OU I don't want to see OU anymore.
All right, read the rest of the top two. Daddy's taking a small dress break. Go ahead.
Hi. Clemson Carson says Oklahoma should be banned from the playoffs. Yes, Cody. This is Bobby Jr. They should be banned. Phone's out. Phone's out a little better. Alright, I got it plugged back up.
Did it charge it?
I think so. Cody said, what's up, dude? Nothing's up right now, just watching the race.
Who's talking to you? You sit there and talk right real quick. I'm going to go up here and see Mama. Talk to her.
Hi, Bobby Jr. Yeah, Is Trevor Lawrence going to win the Heisman Trophy this year, you think? I'm not sure. I hope he does, but I'm not. I don't know. I really hope he does, though. Really do. Really do.
Son, does the cat have your tongue? Talk to him.
I do to him and Travis. Yeah. Travis Etienne, man, he's great. He's a great player. One of my favorite players of all time.
Lord. I'll get on in here. There, good to see you. Eating cheese sticks. Actually, we bought Bobby Dirkens Jr. Paw Patrol cheese sticks. He said he wanted. Bought them for him, never ate it. I'm with you. I'm ready for the start of the race. All right, this sucker's going. Kicking off. Look at it. Lord, it is. Coming around the corner, look at that thing. Lord, they flying. We need to put our car in the race.
We do. Let's do it.
We do. We need to get a car, get out there. A caution already? How can you wreck that early, you loser? You hadn't had to ride in a month.
Oh, crap.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. went, I think I got the COVID, and just ran right into the wall. Kella Thompson's in here. May there, Kella Thompson. Ricky, you hadn't had to drive in 2 flipping months. Did you get the swimmy head? Oh, you got hit in the back. No, you would never get tapped in the back. I bet you NASCAR will make a rule or something that you can't touch Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
I thought they were going to be racing social distancing, just racing 6 feet apart.
And social distancing. Holy crap. And it might be the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, it hasn't even been a minute.
Lord, they didn't even get a full lap in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great time for me to stop and talk to you while Ricky Stenhouse just screwed up the first. Didn't even get a full lap. Country Tiger said he is good at wrecking. You got to be good at something. I have a cousin. She is really good at wrecking marriages. She has wrecked many of them. Anyway, all right. So they're caution, trying to get the star. They scraped Ricky Stenhouse Jr. up off the ground. Ricky ain't dead. I wouldn't make such a vile. Look at Ricky. Ricky's like, I need to go pee-pee. Dang it, Ricky. Kenneth, say it's good to see you. Says thanks for the smiles today. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're smiling like we're medicated. Possibly are. We do have a sponsor of a show. They're really excited to talk about one of the few sponsors that we now have of the Bobby Dirkens Show. Are you excited?
Very excited.
I'm very excited about this. Butthole's Pizza. If you want a delicious home-style pizza with a touch of Italy, but definitely made in the South, Butthole's Pizza is known for it. And if you call up and you sing their jingle to them, Butthole's Pizza will give you 25% off. Yes, I said a whole quarter off of your bill. It is ridiculous. It's wonderful. And I will tell you the jingle. Everybody loves buttholes. I got buttholes in my house. I got Butthole's Pizza, sticking a slice in my mouth. Butthole's Pizza. Y'all go by and see them. It is great. It's delicious. It's wonderful. Butthole's Pizza has been delivering like you would not believe. But everybody...
They're going to drag Papa John's
out of business. Out of business. So everybody go see Buttholes. All right, that's wonderful. We've still got commercials going on. When one Pablo Montana crashed into the jet dryer. No, but I think that's what Ricky just did. Good to see all of you here. A bunch of people showing up. Call your neighbor. Call your mama. Call your girlfriend and your wife. Tell them Bobby Dirkens Jr. is on. Bobby Dirkens Jr., tell me how homeschool's been going for you.
Homeschool has been really easy. Very easy.
That's good.
I've gotten done about an hour.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm smart.
You're smart. That's good. Well, you know what? Clemson Carson said there might be 4 cars left at the end of the race. We said they needed to be aggressive, and right off the bat, Ricky said, I'm going to create some instant excitement. I'm going to wreck. And that's good. Thanks, Ricky. Definitely, we wanted some aggressive driving, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We just didn't know that you were going to up and run yourself into a wall. I think it's overkill. Let me see.
Cody asked, what grade am I? I am in 8th grade, but this upcoming year will be my first year in high school.
Yeah, buddy. Bobby Dirkens Jr. on the loose.
I will be a freshman.
A freshman. Speaking of fresh man, you got to start wearing the deodorant, my friend. Dear Lord. Rick Stenhouse, right there, he got his butt caught on fire. They're showing that. That was great. Seth Wilkins is in here. Seth, I hadn't seen you in a while. Good old hearty Christian May there to you. Oh, Lord. I'm going to try to stay in this race as long as I can put up with it. But if people keeps doing what Ricky just did,
there won't be a race.
There won't be a race. Seth Wilkins May there to you. Everybody, it's so good to see y'all right now getting on here to seeing what I can do to bring more help and encouragement to the masses. Bobby Dirkens Jr., tell us something about you want to do in the summer. What do you want to do in the summer?
In the summer, I want to go out on a boat.
That's good.
Never been on the water before. Sean D says, better watch out for those girls. I will.
You gotta watch them. Before you know it, they'll be taking you money.
Seth Wilkins asks, who's your favorite driver?
Who's your favorite driver?
My favorite driver is Chase Elliott.
Why is Chase Elliott your favorite driver?
Because he is.
Good answer. Oh, Chase Elliott. You just can't help but like him with Dawsonville Bill as his daddy. That's good. I like it. I like it. He's a good one. Cody says he's a big Jeff Gordon fan back in the day. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, he had no choice but to be a Georgia fan. You know? Good Lord. Lap 6 under caution. Yeah, I hope they ain't wearing them masks in there.
If they are, how are they breathing?
It doesn't matter. At least they'll die without the COVID. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm glad they're racing. I really am glad they're racing. I look at them coming around there. You know what? They look like a bunch of old women driving right now. I like it. It's kind of funny.
I wonder if one of them are.
Probably is.
I must have forgotten how to drive.
There we go. There we go. All right. Now we're finally falling back in line. Good Lord. Hey, wait 2 months. Right now, I'd watch two retarded monkeys slap each other in the face for entertainment. I hope nobody else does a Ricky Stenhouse Jr. impression. Oh, whoa.
That's going to be a thing now. I'm going to pull a Ricky.
Pull a Ricky. Couldn't you imagine them talking to his manager? They go to him. What's an update on Ricky Stenhouse Jr.? He wasn't feeling it today. He's had a thing been going on, and he just felt like it would honor the race and the sport if he just went ahead and bowed out. I mean, it's just showing respect to his elders. You heard it first. He gave up. Yes, they made it a lap. How you feeling right now? You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. It's
Feeling
a sport.
good? Everybody, how y'all feeling about the race? Go ahead and leave your comments down there. Don't get bashful and quiet on me.
Make your predictions who's going to win.
You got Keselowski who's up front. Sean Burrell says, I'm glad you're back. Go Tigers. I'm glad you're here. Go Tigers. Got Keselowski. Got Harvick in second. Johnson in 3. Hamlin at 4. Bowman at 5. Di Benedetto He's at 6. Blaney's at 7. Your loser's in 8. Byron's at 9. General Custard's at 10. Joey Logano's at 11. Amendola, that plays for the Patriots, he's at 12th. Jones is at 13th. Ken's is at 14th. Boyer's at 15th. You got Dylan at 16th. Look at that. Well, what just happened? That's nuts. Look at that. Martin Truex. Who remembers Truex crotch spray? If you had jock itch, any takers? Anybody remember that? Every time I hear Truex, I always think about Truex. It was a spray for jock itch. Would you like to tell me about our other sponsor, Boiled Goobers?
Boiled Goobers.
Yeah, just leave. All right, here we go. Everybody, my son is going to take a shot at telling you about another sponsor of the show. Very happy about this one. It's actually a family member of ours. Son, you go ahead and tell them about it, but speak loudly. Now, don't scream like your hand's in boiling water. Just take your time and talk. Go.
All right, another sponsor of our channel besides Butthole Pizza.
Yeah.
One of our favorite members of the family.
Yeah.
Walnut Dirkens.
Walnut Dirkens.
Now, Walnut has been making boiled goobers for a long time.
Boiled goobers.
But now, he's making fried goobers.
Fried goobers.
And grilled goobers.
And grilled goobers.
Just call him up. He'll give you the best goobers in town. I promise you.
Yeah. You just crush them up in your mouth.
And
it's delicious.
For this week, he is doing 50% off.
50% off goobers?
50% off this week if you come from Bobby Dirkens.
If you mention Bobby Dirkens. Bobby Dirkens. That is really, really good. So everybody go by and see Walnut Dirkens, one of our family members. We love him. Doesn't talk plain worth a piss. Really, only thing he had in life was boiled goobers. Only thing we ever saw him get excited about. You go by and you mention the show, Bobby Dirkens Jr., and he'll give you 50% off his goobers. So that's delicious goobers. Does he have the Cajun goobers out now, or is that a little later?
That's a little later on.
A little later on. It's about June, July. He likes to pull out. He likes to pull out the Cajun
That's
goobers.
when he was born. He was born in July, so he likes to pull out the new stuff in July.
Yeah. He has patriotic goobers around July 4th. He does this thing where he dyes them red, white, and blue. I don't know what he does that with. Really don't know how healthy they are, but who cares? Keselowski is just holding this thing down, son. Harvick
Really
second, Hamlin.
Elliott has gone up.
Yeah. Nobody else has managed to run into a wall. Crazy.
Commercial.
Just got a new grill. Just got a new grill today. How many people loves grilling?
I haven't done it before, but I've done it at my grandfather's house. And I had a good time.
So we got the grill. We're going to be cooking chickens today. So we had to burn the new off. We burned the new off. Got up to a little over 600 degrees. Feeling pretty good about ourselves. Also planted some tomato plants. We planted some peppers. Your mama planted basil. I'm too much of a man to plant herbs. You know, it was up to her. She got out there. It was really cute. She got out there with this planter, and you could tell it was probably built in a communist country. But it was put together really quick. I will hand those 6-year-olds who manufactured it. They did a great job. Everything went together fine. Very fast. Very fast. put them together, and she got out there, and she had these really, really dainty, and I use that word loosely, little shovels. And she mixed up her manure, and she mixed up her soil, stirred it up. She planted cilantro. Hilarious. Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Clemson Carson says even I'm not bad enough to crash on the first lap.
I agree with you. I like it. I like it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So, I want to know this. Out of everybody that's watching right now, where are you from? I'm here in the Greenville, South Carolina area. Where are you from?
I'm from Jamaica.
No, you're not. That's a lie. Where are you from? You Georgia, South Carolina? What? And I'm not asking street. Now that's weird. I mean, that's where weirdo shows up. And they're in, you know. Aaron. So I'm from Daytona Beach, Florida. That's awesome. Danny D. Rock Mahaffey. I wouldn't say Mahaffey. I'm sorry, Mahaffey. LaGrange, Georgia. Been to LaGrange. Matt Duke says I live in Mississippi. I'm glad to have a bunch of you on here. So stage 1, we got 24 of 90 laps run. For those of you who has missed it, Ricky Stenhouse bowed out at about half a lap. He had to take a phone call.
I thought he just had to go to the bathroom and couldn't hold anymore.
Keselowski. Aaron says, I lived in Daytona for 20 years. Never went to the 500.
I've always wanted to go to the 500.
I've been by it, but never in it. Keselowski at 1, Harvick at 2, got Hamlin, Johnson at 4, Bowman at 5, Byron sitting at 6, Elliott at 7, and General Custer is sitting at 8.
My uncle scored the first point, not basket, and Little John, go Tigers, Danny D said.
I like that. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's incredible. I like this. Just sitting around doing nothing. Look at that Mustang going through there. Brett Keselowski. Yeah, look at that. Got that look to it. What we got going on?
Pink Lady says Clemson Carson lives inside. Uncle is bad. I can't read.
Badunkadunk. Uh-oh. A little trash talk from the Pink Lady. That's hilarious.
Matt Duke says, I'm seeing House is sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, Matt. Matt Duke's right now, Ricky Stenhouse is reading A Woman's World on the toilet. He's getting caught up.
He's thinking about his life choices.
He's thinking about a lot of things right now. It's great. All right. There. All right. They got 28 laps of stage 1 knocked out. Keselowski, he's still sitting in 1. Harvick, 2. Hamlin, Johnson, Byron. Starting out 6 to 10, you got Bowman, Elliott, Amarola, Custer, and DiMenedetto. I would feel like that's a fancy name for chocolate. I like it.
I just thought that was some kind of weird fancy restaurant. It just sounds fancy.
Maybe. Everybody, thank you so much if you're just now joining us. You get on here. We are not streaming this. Had somebody, I think they really got upset that I wasn't streaming it. I'm not streaming it. I ain't able to do that right now. We're just watching the race with you. Hopefully that we're just providing a little extra entertainment. Denny Hamlin is having a good time. My dad and his brother played at Clemson over an 11-year period. Still hold some records. Well, man, that's awesome. They play basketball, play football. What'd they play, Danny? Basketball. That is awesome. That is awesome. I'll tell you right now. That would be great. That would be great to go back. You ever watch any of their old films of them playing or anything like that? You ever do that? That would be definitely cool. Okay, now we're back in caution again. Did
Ricky come back?
Did Ricky run out onto the track? Hey, Ricky, get back here. You're done. What happened? So we can't turn it up. We turn it up, I get a dirty
All bound down to them.
Clemson Brave 2020. This is all bow down to Alabama. You said, so Danny, you said you saw a lot of still pics. That's cool. That's awesome. Dear Lord. Second caution.
How many cautions are there going to be this game?
Race. Who's out? Who was that?
Race.
What happened? I'm about to turn it up and just say, forget it. I don't care what happens. I don't care if the UT police comes after me and picks me up. LSU will be going 8-4, 9-3, and LSU fans will be turning their back on Coach O. I think 10 wins. I think 10 wins, maybe 9. It's Yella that comes out early in the race so they can work on the cars and such. Let me see. I want to look at LSU's schedule. I really want to look at LSU's schedule real quick. Look at this LSU schedule. You said you're actually watching golf. Well, right now we're in a caution.
Florida will win the East. Go Gators.
I lean more on 9-3. The first 5 games is a cakewalk, except for maybe Texas, depending on how good they are. Isn't that so? Texas is just, oh my God. I mean, it's just, eh.
Clemson Brave doesn't trust Texas.
I don't blame him. But I'll tell you this, it's not a thing if I don't trust Texas in the sense of, oh, they're going to be so good. It's, they lose, I mean, they've just blown it so much.
Clemson Carson says LSU will murder USC Jr.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, nobody else, I don't know if y'all saw this, I had my Will Muschamp video I did this week. It was live from Lake Murray. Go check that out when you get a chance. I had a field day with it. Just put it this way, Will was pounding White Claw.
Clemson Brave also says, I'm not sure what to think about A&M.
It's a big year for A&M.
Danny D, what brought you to La Grande? The bathroom break on the way to Florida?
There's a bunch of
Matt Duke says
questions. We'll answer them in a row. So let's
Deke says, I can't wait to see South Carolina's pathetic attempt to cover Chase, Marshall, and Gilbert.
I would like to see that. It was fun. I was at the South Carolina Clemson game this year, and Kinlaw looked good. You can look at Kinlaw and tell this guy is an NFL football player stuck on a team with maybe Brian Edwards is talented. I'm not saying every player on that team is bad. I'm not saying that, but he's stuck on a team with lackluster players, right? But it was hilarious to watch them play us, and we played down that day. We played really down that day, and it was hilarious. Next up.
A.A. Ron says, is Alabama playing an away game this year, or are they all home against Ohio State University?
Alabama, I'll have to look at their schedule. I will tell you this about Bama this year. A lot is going to depend upon depend on their quarterback situation.
Clemson Braves.
Oh, we already, see Tualua Tagovailoa, Wada, transfer to Maryland. That lets you know that things was getting pretty heavy for him, because you see Bryce Young coming there. Bryce Young, that Mac Jones. One of the worst things that could happen for Mac Jones was for Bryce Young to sign with him. I know he's talented. I know he's got the ability. But I'm just telling you, the new shiny play purdy that's always sitting on the shelf, that's what everybody's talking about. Oh, we've never seen it. We've never seen it. It doesn't matter whether he pans out or not in the beginning. It's just everybody's talking about him. That's the thing about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence came in highly recruited. We already seen what Kelly could do. We already saw it. That was done. That was a done deal. So he had to know that Mr. Genius was going to get a shot at it. And when you start playing bad, yes, he was one of the main reasons we won against Texas A&M. When you start playing bad, guess what? They're going to start talking about that genius back there. How that pans out is going to be how what really defines Alabama this season. I'll tell you that.
Right.
That's a big deal. Next one up.
Crimson Brave says, it won't hurt me one bit to see LSU lose a bunch of games. I hate that trashy fan base.
We got good people like Matt Dukes on here. We got Tiger Cat who comes on here. We got a few other good LSU fans that came on here. And I'm going to tell you, I appreciate you. I'm glad that you're on here. And you beat us not only fair and square, you beat the crap out of us. Made us look bad. You exposed the lackluster approach Clemson had been having all season long. And they did. Trevor was thinking too much. He even admitted it mid-season. I always said when I was on the Mark Rogers show, go check him out. If you haven't watched him, go check him out. But I said that the biggest problem for Clemson would be them trying to replicate their success from the season before. And I think not only was LSU talented, LSU saw it and they took advantage of it. LSU was a brilliant football team. All right? So I'm giving all props, and I'm saying the good fans, and I know there's some good fans from LSU. I know Clemson's got some bad fans. With that said, I thought Georgia fans was pretty bad when it come to talking trash and not winning a championship in years. But I was even pulling for LSU throughout the season. And immediately regretted it, not because LSU beat us. It was the trash. It was the trash talk they did during the season, during the championship game, after the championship game. You'd have thought that they've been owning the world for years. And it did not fare well with not only me, it didn't fare well with not only Clemson fans, it ticked off a lot of fan bases. So I'm just going to say, for you good LSU fans, glad you're here. You should be proud of your team. But for the rest of you, if you want to know why college football despises you, it's not because they're jealous of you. It's because you acted like trash. Period. So hopefully that answers that question.
Clemson Carson says, "Me too, Matt," about South Carolina's pathetic attempt.
Oh yeah, let me get this up.
Jesse Stacy, "Bama going to ship baby done deal."
Okay, all right, we'll see.
Jesse Stacy also says, "All big games on road."
All big games on the road. So let's just quickly take a look at Alabama's schedule. I'm gonna make this fast. Versus USC Trojans at Arlington. Come on, you're winning that ball game. Georgia State. You're playing Georgia at Tuscaloosa. That'll be a good ball game. Playing Kent State. At Ole Miss, you're going to get to see Lane. That'll be funny. Playing Arkansas. Playing Mississippi State, get to see Mike Leach. That'll be pretty good. Clemson Carson said they probably won't even play USC. Yeah, you got to remember, state of California, they shut down for the next 3 months. I've already said enough. Y'all just keep shutting down. Just keep shutting down. You find out that other people dies from a lot more than a virus. Let me see. At Tennessee, that could be an interesting game, but Tennessee probably farther around and you blow them out. At LSU, that's a biggie. UT Martin, play Texas A&M at home. You play Auburn at home. So it's very, very interesting. You got a lot of those games. You got some pretty big games at home. You got a few away. Alabama has definitely got the ability to win the West. LSU losing the players they lost. Auburn is doing what they do every few years. It's talking a big game. They always have good football players. That's like Georgia. Georgia always has good football players. And everybody's like, I can't believe you said that they're not going to be that good. How dare you? So stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. 1980. Last time you won a national championship. Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. Go ahead.
All right, Crimson Brave says that's true. Ron, Saban will bench a bad QB faster than Tom Brady moves to Tampa. Jesse Stacy says, why is Bama schedule a bunch of high school teams compared to Clemson's schedule? Clemson is like Bama. They caught the ACC down like SEC. That's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. ACC has been bad for a while. When we added Miami and Virginia Tech, they were just a few years removed, one from a national championship and one from a national championship appearance at Virginia Tech with Michael Vick. We added Pittsburgh right after Pittsburgh had Larry Fitzgerald, just a few years after that. We added Syracuse. That was more of a basketball move. Who knew that Miami and Virginia Tech was going to become a bowl of pus when it comes to football? Who knew? I mean, really, who knew? If you were having to add teams at that point in time, and you said, we want to make a stronger conference, who are we going to add? Virginia Tech and Miami would not have only been a good move, it'd been a brilliant move. Who knew? Who knew that the ACC was going to go down? Who knew that Virginia was going to just drop? By the way, Keselowski just took first. We got Johnson in second. Got Bowman third. Bowman
just moved up
to second. It's getting competitive. Harvick at fourth and Denny Hamlin at fifth. Boy, going back and forth now.
Johnson had 1 second in first place and then went back to second. Now he's in third.
Dropped to third.
Elliott's in ninth. Next one.
Jesse Stacy says, I hope Harvick wins. Oh, I'll tell you this when it comes back to Clemson. I could sit here and just talk about the ACC of how they went down big time. I mean, you just look at the recruiting Jeff Collins done at Georgia Tech over the past just 1 year. And Paul Johnson was sitting there ready to run them into the ground, running an offense that was famous in World War II. Well, it worked for him. It wasn't going to win championships unless you had the players like Nebraska had in '95. It wasn't going to win championships. Sorry. So it went to piss. SEC East. SEC East right now might be the toughest it's been in a while, and it's not the toughest that it used to be. But you're right. I think that the SEC still leans towards Alabama. It just, and I'm telling you right now, if they hit on stride with their quarterback, I don't care if they did lose who they lost. Bowman took first, Johnson second, Keselowski third, Harvick 4, Hamlet 5. We're on half stage 1 is over, y'all. Half of stage 1 is done. Now we're going to 46 of 90. But I'm going to tell you this, and you can take this to the bank, or you can, whatever. Doesn't mean a hill of beans to me. I'm telling you, Alabama figures out their quarterback situation. They got the SEC again. Smallville's in here. Garrett, good to see you, buddy.
Hey there.
Good to see you. Everybody, y'all go see Smallville. He's a buddy of mine. Smart son of a gun. Go ahead and get in there and get some more of those questions.
Danny D. Rock asks, what kind of grill y'all get?
Weber. 26-inch Weber. And I also got some of these prawns that you actually, you stick like into the chicken, you stick into the steak. And I got an app that I can actually check. I can actually check the temperature from my app on my phone. Very, very thankful for it. So we're gonna be taking chicken tonight. We're gonna split it right down the middle. We're gonna put it on there. It's really good, but I really like that. I really like that. Okay, keep going.
All right. Next is Matt. Wait.
Matt Dillon, or where were we at?
I don't know. I lost it. Hold up. Probably back up here.
What kind of grill do we got?
Matt Dukes. I will admit I'm not the greatest fan when I get to trash talking either.
Here's the deal. We all like to poke and have fun, and we all take it. We can take it too far at times. Okay, I'm guilty of that. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I've done that. Some of the stuff that was said and how brutal it got, it wasn't like, you need to have thick skin. It's like, dude, you're coming after me with a chainsaw. And you just won your, no trash talk to you. I'm just meaning this. LSU is one of those teams that has wasted so much talent. Your championship hall could be decorated with national championships. National championships. Not just the one from 3 and 07 and the one you just got. You could have 4 or 5 more at least. You really could. And LSU has pissed away a ton of talent, and it was just like, you win this game, and you did it in amazing fashion. And all of a sudden, it was just like, pull gloves off, and we're just going to say whatever to whenever, whoever, whyever, and we're. Yeah, it got too much. I mean, it went too far. It got not because they beat my team. It's just because it got stupid. But we all have our moments. But some people, their moment is all the time, which means they don't have their moments. That's just them, and they suck. Go ahead.
All right. Next comment, Crimson Brave. Let's not forget that half of that fan base were sending death threats to Travis Etienne's mother. After I heard about that, I was hoping they would. LSU big.
Yeah, things got stupid. It got really nuts.
Crimson Brave also says that we have UGA at home.
Yeah, you got UGA at home.
Clemson Carson, they probably won't even play USC.
Yep.
Matt Duke says TCU is rumored to be their replacement for
Yep.
USC.
Yep, I could see that.
Jesse Stacy, Harvick wins, I hope.
Harvick, yep.
Harvick's
currently sitting at 5th. This is at lap 52 of 90, stage 1. We got Bowman, Johnson, Keselowski, Byron, and Harvick rounding out the top 5. We got Hamlin, Elliott, Amarola, I hope I'm saying that right, Boyer, and D. Benedetto rounding out 6 through 10. Hamlin just moved into to 5. Harvick's up to 6th.
All right, next comment. Danny D says, I got Logano, Hamlin, Elliott, Bowman, Blaney, Eric, and Jones against my buddy for $50.
I like that.
Dennis Wilson, Bobby Dirkens, you finally will got your LSG Joe Burrow concussion.
Dennis, I can always count on you to do your thing. Good to see you, Dennis.
Jesse Stacy, I think NCAA should maybe try a 6 or 8 team playoff with everything going on, nothing to lose. What do you think?
I'm a big fan of 8. I have a bunch of friends, I have family who they want 6. Okay, so let me take my sock off and do math with you. What do we have? Power 5 conference, right? There's 5 of them, right? Championship from each one of them. 5, okay? Hold on. If I can count, and I can, that means we're leaving out one automatically, okay? So I'm hearing, okay, let's do Power 5 and 1 at large. Why? Why 1 at large? How about this? Let's do 8, guaranteed 5 in, and you have 3 at large. There you go. 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5. It's perfect. It's awesome. It is fun. It would be a good time. And I think that you wouldn't see blowouts. I think when you get into a 16-team playoff, you definitely are going to see some blowouts. Nobody wants to see that. But with all these dumb bowl games that we have, that doesn't make sense. Let's just do away with that.
All right.
So I would take 6, but 8 to me is ideal.
All right. Crimson Brave, Jesse Stacy, avoid anything to avoid that. 4 is enough.
Yeah.
All right. Small vault, it's just when it gets personal that it becomes a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about trash talk. Now, recently, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to name anybody. But I do know an instance where somebody was trash talking online, and they not only got personal, they were talking about a person who has some physical disabilities and brought them up. That's not trash talking. That's being a jerk. Period. If you want to call me an SOB, that's fine. You want to tell me to go blankety blank myself, that's fine. But as soon as you look at me and I have, if I had a disability and you bring up the disability, you're a piece of trash. You're done. So and I don't retract that statement. Anybody that would do that, that's a trashy human being. So.
Crimson Brave agrees with Small Ball. A.A. Ron says, Florida has a very good team with a lot of experience and talent on both sides of the ball.
I agree. This is a year for Florida to piss or get off the pot. I mean, it really does. You're giving, what is that guy's name? Emory Jones. Forgive me if I'm saying the wrong name, but the backup quarterback. You're giving him time to grow, and he's going to be inserted in this. But Trask, the only thing that is against Trask, this happens with a lot of quarterbacks, no matter whether they have a story like him or whether they're Trevor Lawrence. You got to think about this. It's easy for everybody to sit here and talk about Trevor Lawrence and go, well, this season last year wasn't what we thought it was going to. They have more film on him, and they had an entire offseason to prepare for him. Same thing with Trask. That is a concern with Trask. You have more film on him. Are you going to use this experience to dethrone Georgia, right? Kick everybody else around, kick butt, and do your thing, or are you going to piss away the moment? You have the ability, I said, to win the East. You have the ability that if you really pull it together, maybe even ink out an SEC championship.
All right. Next up, Smallville. I am all about trash talking or talking smack and having fun with others, but when people come after me for my disabilities and make it personal, as people like you are that problem with our society today.
Yeah, yep, agree. 100%.
Smallville also says, do you think reseeding in the NCAA March Madness tournament would benefit the tournament better for competition?
I mean, you know, I'm not a big basketball guy, but I can't answer that question. I mean, we saw a 16-seed Golden Labrador Retriever team a couple of years beat Virginia, knock them out, and Virginia the very next year win the national championship. It was the first time a 16-seed beat a 1 or something like that. I would say that it would be cool to keep where we're at. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing it stay kind of like it is right now. Because there's some smaller teams, it's exciting to see them come up and beat the big dogs. I mean, it really is. But I like in basketball. It's a lot different than football. It's a lot different than football. You know, you might take North Dakota State, and they could come in. They could probably beat teams from about number 20 back. Maybe compete with, you know, somebody at 17, 18, ranked 17, 18. You take North Dakota State and you set them right in the middle of Alabama. You set them in Death Valley. Are they going to play some competitive ball there for a little bit? And then the power and the depth and the ability and the talent of Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, last year's LSU team, even Georgia, Florida, it's not only going to wear them down. If there's some like quick turnovers, my God, I don't know. It would be crazy. Real quick, let's talk about this. Stage one of the race. We're at lap 67 of 90, and they just went to.
Crank it up.
They just took it off. I know Bowman was in the lead, but they just absolutely.
It was Bowman, Johnson, and then I think Byron, and then Klosowski. That's the top four, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Let's see. I think they're about to pull it back up.
All right.
I'm wrong. They didn't. Now let's go ahead. We'll keep answering questions.
All right. Next comment. I wish Power 5 teams would only play Power 5 teams. Stop with the cupcakes.
I know that there is, even with some teams, I've heard this, that it's state law that they have to play certain, certain amount of teams or certain team in the state or whatever, just to basically take that money and give it to a smaller school. I know that way. I want to say in the state of South Carolina. I don't know. I can't speak for other teams. I think that Power 5, it's a good idea to play Power 5 as much as you possibly can. But you've got to think what Power 5, or teams that's classified as Power 5. I'm going to spit it out here in just a second. Vanderbilt's a Power 5 team. Which is tougher, Vanderbilt or North Dakota State? North Dakota State. Is Vanderbilt a tougher team than James Madison? Was Vanderbilt, the modern day Vanderbilt team, better than Appalachian State when they had all that craziness went on where they went and they beat Michigan? No. Duke, given the year, can be bad. I get what you're getting at. I don't blame you. But you have to think about what qualifies as Power 5. There's some of those teams that's not Power 5. It's actually quite good compared to teams that are qualified as Power 5. So we'll give you a rundown right here. We're on the stage one. All right, we only got 20 laps to go in stage one. We got Bowman leading off, Johnson, Byron, Hamlin, Keselowski rounding out the top 5, and you got Harvick, Amarola, Boyer, Elliott, Newman round out 6 through 10. Jones, Reddick, Logano, Kenseth, Di Benedetto, that's 11 through 15. Kurt Busch, Blaney, Kyle Busch, Bell, and General Custer in the 20s. So I like to say that. That's kind of funny. Let's answer some more questions.
All right, that was Dan May who said that last comment. I forgot to say that. A. Ron, how about do a 10-team playoff, every conference winner against one another? If you're going to leave out the group of 5, what's the point of leaving them in the FBS?
I would be good with 8. I would be good with 8. 10 would really begin to push it, but I would take it versus this. I'm glad that we have the 4-game playoff that we have. All right, I'm glad that we have that. We're just talking about improving it. You have to make the suits and ties see the reason why, and the way that you convince the suits and ties to do anything, money. That green will change your opinion like you wouldn't believe.
All right. Next comment. Crimson Brave. If Florida doesn't knock UGA and win the East this year, they never will. Dan Mullen kind of sucks at recruiting, so this will be the best roster he'll ever have.
Once again, Piss will get off the pot. You got the talent, you got the ability. You have to win the East this year. Because I could totally be wrong, but I think Tennessee's riding the ship. And the recruiting is looking ridiculous. It's looking really good. And Pruitt, we're going to see a lot about him this year. I'm just telling you, Florida Pisser get off a pot. Period. You got the ability. It's not like you don't have the ability. It's not like you don't have the players. You do. Are you going to waste it?
All right. Luke Joels, if Florida don't win it this year, they'll never win the East. Jesse Stacy, you could get Alabama and Florida in the Final Four this year like Bama and Georgia and a few years ago. Both could be undefeated in the SEC championship this year.
There's a chance. It just comes back to Trask. You know. It's like Trask, isn't it? Everybody.
We back?
Sorry. All right, so let's read that.
All right. I think we're good now. All right. Danny D says, Bobby, what do we need to do to get Clemson basketball back? Coach change or what?
Brad Brownell might be the best defensive basketball coach in college basketball. Unfortunately, you got to score points. And but here's the thing, Danny. It's you've got to bring in a world-class basketball coach or somebody who shows promise. You've got to find the right fit to make Clemson win. All right, and I'm with you. I don't even follow basketball. I thought that this year was really funny that we beat. Now, North Carolina was not a top team, but we finally broke the record there. We beat these teams we had no business beating. I mean, Louisville, Florida State, Duke. I mean, we beat the creme of the creme. And we were blowing it. It reminds me of Tommy Bowden football. People are not beating down the door to become the coach at Clemson. And obviously right now it seems like Clemson doesn't feel like they have the right person that could replace Brownell. I mean, I don't know. I think Clemson has just kind of fell into the lull that, hey, football's doing so good. Basketball's not. And we can't do any better. And I think that's where we're at. I think, once again, I think Brownell probably will go back to like a Wright State or somewhere like that, or maybe one of these schools. He'll get in, man. He'll get them to the Sweet 16, and they'll be happy. But I don't know. I don't know. Clemson's going to have a once in a lifetime player, kind of a group of players who will sign with them with a really good coach. We see what Shaka Smart did up there at VCU. He left VCU, went to Texas, and what has he done? I mean, come on, man. But let me go back to the race. Johnson, Bowman, Byron, Hamlin, Keselowski, 1 through 5. Harvick, Amarola, Boyer, Reddick, and Newman. That's 6 through 10. Well, listen, everybody, I can't believe this. We're 100 minutes into this thing. I'm going to have to get off of here because I'm about to go grill some chicken. So I'm about to get off of here. If I didn't answer your questions, I'm sorry. But I do appreciate everybody. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. Trying to do more of these, but I haven't been as consistent as I could have been. But I appreciate everybody joining in here. I hope everybody is well. You're taking care of yourself. Hope you move to a state that will actually open and not let you starve and lose everything. Well, I'm Bobby Dirkens. This is Bobby Dirkens Jr. We're glad you're here. I'm Bobby Dirkens. He's Bobby Dirkens Jr. You keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.